Hey, my name is Maqbul, and I'm currently doing Capital in the morning, and it's been a journey and a half. Quite coincidentally, actually, how I got in, because I came in for an interview, and they wanted, Nini was interviewing me as a brand, as a personality. And she heard my voice, and she's like, by the way, we're looking for a H kind of person. I love Doctor, and your voice is superb. And I'd always wanted to join radio. I always wanted to do something in radio, because a lot of people have been telling me about my voice and personality, and I thought, why not? I got in the first day to try out, and I flopped. I failed miserably. You might have the biggest personality around the pub and around your cousins, or you're sitting around with your family. But when it comes to radio, you're talking to billions of people who have no idea what you've had for the day, or where you're coming from, what type of evening you had, or what type of day you had. All they want is to be entertained and listen to good music and be informed. And I remember someone walked me out of the studio and told me, you're not good enough, which was a very low point in my life. I didn't have faith in myself. I kind of gave up, only to get a letter saying, you know what, you're the one who's going to sit in on the jam. Now understand this, that all this time I'm working, I'm being paid 9,000 bob. And this is coming from acting, where in a season or two, I would make about 500,000. But I humbled myself. I said, this is what I want to do. The end goal is most important. So I did the show with Alan. It started becoming big, only for Alan to say, by the way, my intent was to hand this show over to you. I'm moving on. And the first day by myself, I fall flat on my face again. I remember people calling in, even chairman called in and said, what's that guy doing on air? But I mustered my courage. And lucky enough, at that point, I was paired with G.R.I.T, who has a huge knowledge when it comes to radio. We had loads of fun, but we just didn't get the dynamic right. But it helped me in gaining confidence. The bosses walk in and say, there's a bit of a shake-up. You're doing breakfast. And all this time, mind you, while I'm doing all these shows and I'm trying to find confidence, one person remained constant in my life who told me the way it is, criticized me, and used to call me in the middle of the show. There were times I would want to break down and cry as a grown man and thinking, what is this that I'm doing? Why is this person insulting me and I'm trying to do this show? But Farid used to make noise every day. Every link that I would do, he would call in and say, what are you doing? Why did you say what you're saying? Go back and revisit that. Have you completed that story? Are you giving your worth to the listener? Are you giving your personality? Stop being like a robot. And if I didn't have tough skin, and if I didn't set my eye on the goal, I would have decided I'm quitting. And a lot of people had done that, because you have to learn. And criticism in entertainment industry is the way that you grow, whether it's TV, whether it's radio. Toughest time ever. Remember, this is in a span of about, 4 years. Leapt from late night to breakfast. I didn't even believe in myself. People did. I didn't. Again, at that point in my life, I crumbled. And I just couldn't fathom the fact that I'm taking in this show. I felt I wasn't prepared. And at that point, I remember walking to my boss's office, Somoina, and I told Somoina, I'm done. It was a very low point in my life. I just lost my brother, and it was a very tough time. I got to a point where I didn't want to care anymore. And I said, this is not for me. And I remember till today what she said. She said, no, you're not going to. You're prime time material, those are the exact words, and you're going to thrive and you're going to do this. So, took some time out, a week or so, came back, and she called me and told me, come, I need to pair you with someone. And I'm sitting in the studio waiting for this person to be paired with. In walks Ses Mutungi. Big personality, big name, big everything. And she comes in and just says, hi, what's your name? And I'm like, I'm Maqbul. You're cute. You and I are going to work together. Following week, Ses and Maqbul became a show. That show built me. Ses gave me confidence in myself because of our experience. She'd gone through a lot, so when I told her my story, she guided me. She opened my eyes in a different way in life and in the industry as well. And I will stay eternally grateful to Ses Mutungi. The Jam became a huge show And at some point, we were told, okay, all right, now one has to go to breakfast. I thought, now I'm ready. Maybe I'll take on this challenge. My bosses saw something in me that I didn't see, and finally later on in life, I see it. And whatever you do in life, there'll always be competition. There'll always be people who are better than you. But the good thing is, and the beautiful thing is, that you, whoever you are, you still have a personality and you're special in your own way. You have it in you to become bigger and better than anyone. It's not a competition. It's just find yourself, find you, and find what makes you happy. And once you find that and you set it as a goal, let me tell you something, the universe works in a certain way to bring it to you, and you will be amazed. All you need to do is be patient, persevere, develop tough skin, and at the end of the day, you'll achieve what you need to achieve. Just the way I did.
Go ahead right now if you're between the ages of 19 and 25 to capitalfm.co.ke/Capital One and try for what could be the biggest gig of your life. You could be the next Capital One. The Capital One, powered by Blaze.